Celebrating 10 years on the air, Bay Area Quiz Kids presents the best and brightest local high school teams competing in a tournament of knowledge. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, and Samtrans. And now, give it up for the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show that lets me come out here every week and work with some of the smartest high schoolers in the Bay Area. Today, we have two great high schools represented by two great teams. Over here, we have the Archbishop Riordan Crusaders. And over here, we have the Sequoia High School Cherokees. So let us begin at once with the collaboration round. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our stage. As you know, in this first round, you'll be playing as a team. I have a series of 10-point questions here. I'll ask your team a question, give you a few seconds to collaborate, and then ask your captain, Connor or Jillian, to give me the answer you think is correct. Do so, you'll earn 10 points. If you do not give me the right answer, however, the other team gets to collaborate and possibly steal those points away. We'll continue to play that way until the buzzer signals the end of the first round, okay? Good luck to both teams. Riordan, you get the first question. This modern country's founder and first president, Mustafa Kemal, was actually born in modern-day Greece. He led which country's relocation of its capital from Constantinople to Ankara?
Turkey.
That is right for 10 points. Your first question, Sequoia. Bigger Thomas is sentenced to die in what Richard Wright novel, whose title indicates that Bigger's crimes are a result of the culture into which he was born?
Black Boy.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
What? Try Native Son. Native Son.
Native Son is correct. Black Boy was his autobiographical work, yes. This next question is for you, Riordan. This technology is named for a 10th century Danish king, popular for its low power consumption and low cost. What is this colorfully named interface for wireless personal area networks?
Bluetooth.
You got it for 10 points. We have a little math question for you. A rectangle is twice as long as it is wide. If the width of the rectangle is 3 inches, what is the rectangle's area in square inches?
18.
That's right. I like the little 18. There was a little goose over there from the teammates. Good team play. Every year, the U.S. pays about $4,000 in rent for land that it gained after the Spanish-American War. Since 2002, what naval base has housed Al-Qaeda and Taliban prisoners?
Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay.
You got it. He was born in India but migrated to the U.S. and grew up in Philadelphia. What film director is famous for his plot twists in movies such as Lady in the Water?
Shyamalan.
That's right. Asturias and Leon were major medieval Christian kingdoms in the lands of this modern-day country. The unification of Aragon and Castile created what largest Iberian nation?
Spain.
That's right. First notably recorded in the Abbey of Saint-Denis by Abbot Suger. What are these decorative windows that often depict biblical scenes called?
Stained glass. Stained glass.
That's right, stained glass windows. And I have a math question for you. A vendor has 14 helium balloons for sale. 9 are yellow, 3 are red, and 2 are green. A balloon is selected at random and sold. If the balloon sold is yellow, what is the probability that the next balloon selected at random is also yellow?
8 out of 13.
That's right. He approached Woodrow Wilson at the Versailles Conference but was denied an audience. He studied as a pastry chef but soon turned to revolutionary politics. That's often the path. That's right, Ho Chi Minh. From pastry chef to a revolution, that's always the way it goes. 40 for Sequoia, 60 for Archbishop Riordan. That ends our first round. We'll come right back and meet our team players. Don't go away. Welcome back. Well, we may not have all the twists of an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but we do have coherent plots and wonderful production values, and you can share in them if you come down to our studio to watch a taping. Just call us at 650-637-1936, and we will direct you right to your seat. Connor Albach, you're a senior, and for the last 9 years, you've been preparing for this moment at Quiz Kids by taking karate.
Yeah.
Yes. So we all know about karate from the Karate Kid, but I've always wondered, what does karate do for the inner person? How does karate shape the inner Connor?
I think for me, it's about focus, concentration, and confidence. And you got to know that you have that inner strength that you can bring out when you need it. It's a lot about mental toughness, and you got to be able to handle both self-defense physically and mentally.
And so it extends far beyond just the instruction in karate itself. Good for you. Brandon Bonzani. Brandon, you're an 11th grader, and last year you were in track and field. You started a new event, which
Yes,
you're going to
sir.
continue this year, which is?
I throw shot and disc.
Okay, so that's not coming up till the spring, so what are you doing now to prepare for that? You used to play football, you told me, but you can't
Yeah, I got
anymore.
asthma, so I can't really do that anymore. But I try and work out whenever I can, Olympic lifting.
Yeah?
And just try and stay in shape, practice my technique so I don't mess myself up really
Keep
bad.
the strength and keep limber so that that special move is good for you. Well, good luck to you in the spring. We might follow you as we go along. Kevin Tom, you're a 12th grader. You already know what you want to be.
Yes.
You want to study pharmacology and pharmaceuticals in college?
Yes.
And so you've been doing something to get ready for that.
Yes, I've been studying.
Yes.
Yes.
Studying.
I,
But you've also been working, haven't you?
yes, I volunteered in a hospital.
Uh-huh. In their
Yeah.
pharmacology lab?
No, not like a lab. It's more like, you know how retail goes, like Walgreens? I'm like the bag boy, just bags the thing.
So if I
Back
asked you to
stuff,
bring me
that's
some Motrin next time, I mean, you could,
Yeah.
yeah. You shouldn't do that.
As long as you're wait, it's not actually it's over the counter, right?
Over the counter, yeah. Motrin's still over the counter. Maybe
Yes.
for a while. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're doing that work, and good luck to you on your career goals. Let's give a big hand to your coaches, John Albach and Bruce Wicklund. Jillian Collins, you jumped right on that M. Night question because you would like to be a film director.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and there are no film classes at Sequoia at this time.
No.
But you did take an interesting program this summer.
Yeah.
What did you study?
I went to Stanford and took a 3-week filmmaking camp.
Uh-huh.
And I made 3 short films. I worked with other people to create the concept and plot and shoot and everything, but I edited it to be what I thought it should be. So stuff like that.
Okay, I'll ask you the question you're never supposed to ask. What's your favorite movie?
That's hard.
I know. Name one.
Okay, well, I saw Tropic Thunder recently and I loved it.
That was great.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good luck to you in your career. And never forget that a game show host would make a great subject for a movie.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Becky Cooper, you are also a senior, and this summer you went on a trip to China with your orchestra. What do you play?
I play flute in orchestra, but my passion is really for piano.
For piano, but you were playing the flute with the orchestra, which got you over to China. What was that like? It was such an exciting
amazing.
summer.
Yeah, it was definitely a life-changing experience. We got to meet a lot of Chinese children our own age who play instruments too, and that was really cool,
Yeah.
seeing how they grew up in a different world.
Great. Well, that's a wonderful experience. Warren Wernick, you're a senior and an avid outdoorsman.
Yes.
You like to do, you said you like rock climbing?
Yes, I'm an avid rock climber.
Also, you're all part of the IB, the International Baccalaureate program, so you take part in a required volunteering. You have a requirement for that, but what kind of volunteering do you do?
Well, my biggest passion for volunteering is to travel to Mexico, and we construct buildings, and we kind of immerse ourselves in the culture, and we try to understand and how they live and how hard it is compared to our lives, and it really, it's humbling. It puts it in perspective, and it's really enjoyable.
Great, and the work you do, of course, provides a great help to those people.
Yes, it
so
does. Yeah.
Good for you. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Laura Larkin. And would you join me in welcoming our judge, Mr. Frank Sabodi? All right, we will return with more Quiz Kids after these messages. Don't go away. it's time for the lightning round. This time, Quiz Kids, you'll be playing with the buzzers in front of you. I'll have a series of 10-point questions in my hand. The first player to buzz in when I ask a question gets to answer for her or his team. Give me the right answer, you score the points. Give me the wrong answer, and the other team will be allowed to collaborate, possibly steal the points away. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you'll have to answer with the information you've heard. If you give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team before they answer, okay? Good luck to both teams. Here's your first question. The first ones awarded the New York Tribune for editorial writing about the Yes, Jillian.
The Pulitzer Prize.
That's right. The father of Lucky Leif Erikson. Who was this Viking explorer? Connor.
Eric the Red.
You got it. It is named for a 13th century Italian and can be seen in pine cones and pineapples. Yes, Jillian.
The Fibonacci sequence.
Correct. Each consists of a nucleated body, a dendrite, and an axon. They stimulate each other across synapses by secreting transmitter molecules. What are these cells that transmit information called? Yes, Kevin.
Neurons?
Right. Its first phase included the creation of the FDIC and the Tennessee Valley Authority. It's yes, Jillian.
The New Deal.
That's right. Humans and armadillos are the only animals known to be susceptible to it. Also known as Hansen's disease, it has been curable since 1950 and is not nearly as contagious as commonly thought. Name this skin disease. Jillian.
Leprosy.
Yes. The managerial and financial types are practiced by companies like Deloitte & Touche and PricewaterhouseCoopers. What is this process of maintaining, auditing, and processing businesses' financial data? Warren.
Accounting.
That's right. Which comedian recently announced that his DNA will be digitized and sent to the... Yes, Jillian.
Stephen Colbert.
You got it. Giulio became Pope Clement VII and Giovanni became Pope Leo X. What great family was known for its artistic patronage and banking and ruled Florence during the... Yes,
The Medici family.
That is correct. Contractions of the scalp and neck muscles and dilation and constriction of blood vessels in the scalp, temples, and face. These are possible causes of what pain? Whose types include sinus, tension, and yes, Brandon.
Headaches.
Correct. Born in 1907, her first novel, The Loving Spirit, was published in 1931. Her short stories also inspired the films Don't Look Now and The Birds. Jillian.
Margaret Mitchell.
No. Name this Cornwall-based master of mystery and suspense, best known for her novel Rebecca. Daphne du Maurier. For 12 and 3, this quantity is 6, not 7.5. In fact, this quantity is always smaller than the average if the numbers being considered are all different. What mean is... Yes,
The geometric mean.
That is correct. Characters include Professor Cuthbert Calculus, Snowy, and Captain Haddock. Written by Harry Gay. Yes, Jillian.
Tintin.
Correct. They can be detected using chemical sprays and are classified according to a system developed by Sir Edward Henry and Sir Francis Galton. The FBI has a database of about 250 million of what identifying marks? Yes, Jillian.
Fingerprints.
You got it. The New Hampshire city where Dartmouth College is located shares its name with the capital of Lower Saxony and with the Pennsylvania home of Snyder's Pretzels. What name also belongs to an 18th and 19th century English dynasty that included 4 kings named George? Yes, Connor.
Stuart?
No, you may steal.
Winston.
The Hanover family.
Knew that.
They always say that after it's over. This man is haunted by the success of Charlie, his neighbor, who has a thriving business, while he himself is a failure, as are his sons, Biff and Happy. Being well-liked was a major goal of what salesman in an Arthur Miller play? Yes, Jillian.
I blanked, sorry.
Okay, you can steal. You should all know this. Willie Loman. Richard the Lionhearted and Winston Churchill were both born near this city. Much of the filming for the Harry Potter movies was done in and around its 39 colleges. Name this English town. Home. Yes, Jillian.
Oxfordshire. Oxford.
Oxford is fine, yes. It mentions Alf, the sacred river, which flows through caverns measureless to man down to a sunless sea. Above those caverns is the stately pleasure dome created by the title character of what Coleridge poem about a resident of Xanadu? Warren.
William Randolph Hearst.
No. You can steal. In Xanadu did Kublai Khan a stately pleasure dome decree.
Oh.
And they said it with that voice, too. In 2008, Prime Minister Stephen Harper dissolved Parliament and called for early elections in what country? Yes, Julia?
Australia.
No, a U.S. neighbor.
Canada?
That's right. You had two choices. His name is Daniel Webster, and he belongs to the gambler Jim Smiley, who loses a bet after this animal is forced to eat quail shot. What animal thus fails to show off his jumping prowess in a Mark Twain story? Yes, Kevin?
Frog. Celebrate jumping frog of country.
Yeah, I will accept that. That's the end of that round. Let's look at the score, 130 to 130. It felt close. We'll be right back to break this tie after these messages. Let's play the Extreme Lightning Round. There is nothing I like better at this point than a tie. The point values are doubled. Let's see who will win this game. First question. Upper Wacker and Lower Wacker Drive run along its namesake river, while Grant Park covers the area between Michigan Avenue and Lake Michigan. Name this third most populous city in the U.S. Warren.
Detroit.
No, the most populous in Illinois. You don't have to do that, but you can
Chicago.
say Chicago is right. Before 1979, it was considered a fundamental unit and was defined in terms of the black body radiation emitted by a cubic centimeter of melting platinum. The modern definition involves a source that emits green light at a radiant intensity of 1/683 watts per steradian. What is this SI unit of luminous intensity? Jillian.
A watt?
No. You can steal.
Brightness?
No. Candela. Candela. Candela?
Yeah.
Are you going to make fun of my pronunciation? You read this question. Read it next. A statue of 3 servicemen and a statue recognizing women's contributions are both considered part of it, though they are separate from the main structure designed by Maya Lin. What memorial lists over 58? Yes, Jillian.
Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
That is correct. Admiral Togo's crossing the T strategy at Tsushima Straits proved decisive, costing the enemy 2/3 of his fleet. What 1904 to 1905? Yes, Brandon.
Russo-Japanese War?
Correct. First proposed in 1614, they often appear in solutions to differential equations because of their simple derivatives. What are these functions described by John Napier that undo exponential? Yes.
Logarithms.
Right. He wrote his own version of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, as well as many operas and over 40 symphonies. Yes, Kevin.
Mozart.
Mozart. The 1993 film, whose title mentions this man, is actually about young Josh Waitzkin, but the real-life search for him was over when he was found in Japan with an expired passport. Who defeated Boris Spassky to become the only American world chess champion? Connor.
Bobby Fischer.
Correct. Gilbert Lewis first described them, and he illustrated them with his dot diagrams. They can be single, double, triple, or very rarely quadruple, occurring between atoms with similar electronegativities. What are these strong bonds in which electrons are? Yes, Warren.
Strong nuclear forces.
No, I'm sorry. What are these strong bonds in which electrons are shared?
Covalent bonds.
That's right. Founded in 1515 by the Portuguese, this port city is the most populous in its country. The site of a January 1943 meeting between Roosevelt and Churchill, what Moroccan city also gave its name to an Oscar-winning film? Jillian.
Casablanca.
Great film. She was born around 1507, and she followed her sister Mary in becoming a mistress and later wife of the king. What wife? Yes, Jillian.
Anne Boleyn.
Correct. Number 43 begins, how do I love thee, let me count the ways. Written for the author's husband, Robert, their name comes from his pet name for her. What is his collection of 44 poems by Elizabeth Barrett Browning called? The Sonnets from the Portuguese. Barack Obama's running mate has been a U.S. Senator since the 1970s. Connor?
Joe Biden.
No. Representing which state?
Delaware.
Right. With a name from the Greek for element measure, this branch of chemistry rests upon the law of definite proportions and the law of multiple proportions. What study of the combination of elements in chemical reactions is fundamental to the balancing of chemical equations? Yes, Warren.
Is it Planck's atomic theory?
No, I'm sorry.
Stoichiometry?
That is correct. John Bell Hood had the only force that might have stopped it, but his invasion of Tennessee failed to distract this event's commander. What 1864 campaign through Georgia ended with its leader presenting the city of Savannah to Lincoln as a Christmas gift? Yes, Jillian.
Sherman's March.
That is right. They reached their greatest popularity in the 1930s when they operated profitable transatlantic passenger flights. Invented by a German count, what rigid airships included the Hindenburg and the Graf? Yes, Jillian.
Zeppelin.
That is right. We have a minute to go. Novelist Robert Ludlum created what trilogy, whose title character, yes, Warren.
Bourne.
That is right. The barrier built around it roughly follows the Green Line agreed upon in 1949. The UN condemned the Israeli-built wall around what disputed region on the border? Yes, Jillian.
Golan Heights.
No, on the border with Jordan.
West Bank?
That's correct. According to Euripides, she was whisked away to Taurus at the last second after the seer Calchas said that the only way to appease Artemis was to sacrifice her. Who was this daughter of Agamemnon whose sacrifice allowed the Greek ships to sail for Troy? Yes, Kevin.
Electra?
No, you can steal.
Antigone?
No, it was Iphigenia. That is the end of the game. 270, 290. Archbishop Riordan squeaks in a win. Congratulations, gentlemen. You played extremely well. Feel proud of yourselves. We will see you all next week for another game. See you soon. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: San Mateo Credit Union, Kaiser Permanente, Samtrans. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the Knights Templar, and National Academic Quiz Tournaments.